Clean my glasses, pour some coffee. Get ready to paint some skin. Here we go. Yeah, that looks good enough. Past that, it's not an eye problem. Alrighty. Gotta pick a skin color. And on these guys, I'm going necrotic flesh, maybe a little bit of grotesque green. We'll see how that goes. I might wash them with something regular skin wash and see how those things match up. Let's see here. Is there anything left in this? Some isopropyl for my homies. That's probably enough. Sure, why not? Nice clean brush water over there. I think I'm just about ready to cook. All right, so as stated, I think in the title of this thing, we got some flesh to do. So a lot of these guys are, well, a lot. These two guys are demon engines, not just in concept, but actually like demonic bodies. And then I got a bunch of other guys in here with faces, some of them at least, maybe one. This guy's got a kind of face going. There's bulged out bits of flesh, things like that coming out of some of these guys. So, tentacles as well. So what I'm going to do is just like a long pass through all these models and get some skin going. And I'm going to start with these two guys because it's just like the most coverage needed. I can sort of set them aside. I'm pretty close on the crawler. It's, I think, ready pretty much for assembly. Pretty much. Nice green blade. Probably should clean that up a little bit, but I can still put the guy together. I have a game on Friday wherein I pull out all those poxwalkers that I did before and still proxy in about 20 more. So I tip my hand to what my plans are as far as detachments go. That should be fun. Sort of, not a rematch really, because I'm a different faction, but my Chaos Space Marines got spanked by Will's Votan. I'm going to get revenge using my Death Guard because I actually know how to play them. A little bit at least. Is that coming out? Yeah. Necrotic flesh. Oh, you look gross. Properly. Coffee. Coffee. Sweet, delicious French press coffee. That looks bright. Maybe I should knock this down. A slight scooch or two. Maybe killed the camera in the process? No, that went up. There we go. Maybe that's a little better, a little easier on the eyes. Take a pull off of this. Get down to business. The skin's going to take like several passes. So at the very least tonight, I'd like to get coverage. And then there's also a bunch of bone to do. Oh, that's good. So maybe when I get bored of skin, I'll move on to bone. Some of these guys are like excessively prickly. All right. That's isopropyl. There we go. Get a little bit of water mixed in here. A little bit. And it's okay if the stuff underneath shows through a bit. Basically highlight. We'll take it for what it's worth. Oh, that's very boogery. I like it. And this brush is like super wet. So I have to spread this out a bit. But I anticipate this taking a few passes. I'll get some form of highlighting on it. Just keep spreading this paint out. It'll look very brushly in the first pass, for sure. But that's okay. That's a-okay. All we're going here, all we're going with is coverage. But precision here does matter. A lot of times I'm like, it doesn't matter how precise I am. Here I actually care quite a bit. Spent a lot of time on the metallics around this. I would prefer to not F that all up. Vastly prefer. A little water in here to smooth this out a little bit. This is some pretty thick paint. I did run it through the shaker, but that's super thin. See how that goes. Yeah, that's way thin. I am planning on trying to overwhelm Will with just so many bodies that there's becomes its own problem to solve. We're playing a 1,000-point game. Turn 2 and 3, I can add a 10 Poxwalker unit into strategic reserves for deployment soon thereafter. So we'll see. See if I can mess him up. There we go. Clean up. I'm still a little snotty. A little bit. Pull the screen down so I can see it a little better. There. Put y'all right in my face. Did the whole viral exchange thing by throwing a barbecue last weekend. It's reasonably in focus. It still stuck with me a little bit. Blessings of Nurgle realized. I'm not sure I'm going to actually win this match. The army I've got is like it's intentionally mob-like, as mob-like as I can make it. It's very battle-liney. Almost no support for that. But it'll be fun. It'll be like a horror movie. Just keep coming. Apologize in advance for how many times I need to blow my nose while I'm streaming. Hey, Sharp. How's it going, buddy? Death Guard, indeed. I'm getting pretty close. I'm getting like pretty close to getting this whole box all squared away, which I'm pretty psyched about. They're like my executive Death Guard. They're dirty, but not that dirty. They got a good look to them. Oh, you know, I am putting a bunch of Plague Marines in my army for Friday. I probably should pull in the Lord of Poxes. I've never put him on a table. I think he's due. Yeah, things are good. I'm just like a little on the boogery side, but likewise, no major complaints. Short week this week, doubly short, really. Monday we took as a holiday. We're a company, we can decide to not work on Memorial Day. Not that if we were employed, we'd end up working on Memorial Day. We figured it'd be kind of silly to work on Memorial Day. And then, hey, dumping it on. I appreciate that, buddy. And then Friday, business offsite. We'll discuss one of our games while we fire bolters at each other. I try to avenge my poor Chaos Space Marines. Get some squats. Should be fun. It's always fun. And when it's bad, it's good. Wow, this stuff is really thick. Like, curiously thick. Off that brush. Oh, yeah, I totally bonked that too. Let's get some tools. Cleaning tools. Mild amount of isopropyl on there. Just try not to take off layers. Just a little dab in what's new. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. So I have many Mordheim mercs on my table right now. It's starting to look like a rough neighborhood. Nice. Very nice. I wonder if I'm just getting clumsy because this brush is big. There's not a lot of easy angles in here. Or I just suck. One of the two. That's good enough. Remember, just going for coverage. All we need is good coverage. Yeah, I'm definitely hyped. Get my death guard on the board. All new attachments. Really tough to choose. But I think it's important that I go Poxwalker crazy the first time. Squeegee right there. Man, I am painting sloppy. But it's okay. We're going to pull through like we always do. Much of this isn't going to make visual coherent sense for a bit, no matter what. Flossing under the weird taint tube. As far as first passes go, it's not bad. This guy, however, is a little bit more of a challenge, a little bit more squiggly. Hey, what's up, Sectrix? You ready? I want you to yell at Badger later. Am I like a on command disciplinarian? What Badger do? I'll take fun first. I appreciate the option to choose. Is that flesh? That is flesh there. Camera's in a better spot than it has been the last few times I've streamed. It's a little easier for me to stay in shot. Auditor, good to see you. I will read that wall in a moment. Brush needs a little cleaning anyhow. So the march of technology forward annoys me sometimes. My Chromebook used to let me watch Twitch just fine. Somewhere they stopped Chrome support for my Chromebook. Oh, the video codec update broke it. Awesome. Ended up downloading the Twitch app, which does work, but not as well as the browser version. Yeah, the march forward can be rough. All right, fun first. Store manager asked me to teach an impromptu how to paint yellow to people that really keep asking him and are stuck. That's awesome. And right up your alley. Showed up over the weekend. It did. Sold airbrushes to some of them. Sweet. Gifted me with 1,000 sun box. Ha 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 ha. Nice. Paint some robots. All right, hit me with the bad news, babe. Yeah. Man, you're really throwing Badger under the bus. I can't guarantee that I'm on board with this. I mean, I can remember that you said it, but nice one, Sharp. Very nice. So the store manager offered me the Age of Darkness box for less than half price. Said it for him, and he pushed me to buy it. Now I have a box I don't want. I don't think that's Badger's fault. I think you made a smart move. Did you contact Badger from the store? Because that's the big question. Oh. Well, if you're in Narcotics Anonymous and your person you contact in time of need is a bona fide junkie, I think you take a little responsibility for that yourself, but I would have told you the same. What's in it? What's in the fucking box? Badger reasoned with, buy it, and when everyone gets the new box, sell the old one, or maybe you'll actually want it. That's not bad logic. That's pretty sound. Just the tank alone is more than what you are paying. Well, then that's what's in the box, man. What's in the fucking box? I mean, you will have a point at which you are done with Tau, or a point at which you just feel like a palate cleanser. And sometimes, like, something you have no interest in playing is pretty good. To just have a thing to do. I'm gonna look it up. Age of Darkness box. Age of Darkness. Yeah, I can close down Unity. Joy. Close down Fork. Don't know why you opened it there. Let's see. Age of Darkness box. That's dope. I don't know if that's a mistake. That thing's sweet. Pop this screen. Boop. Those are dice. Weird blast doohickeys. That's tight. You wanted to paint yellow. Wait a second. There's all kinds of good bits in here. There's all kinds of good fiddly bits in here. I mean, even if you just cannibalize this, there's like good stuff. You know what you know what you may want to consider. I don't want to say what you should do, but like, let's do them all Luna Wolves, man. Yeah, I feel like Robin Williams' character from Robots. Yeah, the upgrades can be painful, man. Like for reals. I think I had just recently had a Windows update and like redid all of my like power save settings where I'm like, man, crap was working and now it's not. I had a blue screen the other day, which like not promising. Not something I should be getting. Not something I get a lot with this box. In fact, like never. Like, man, things were working. I didn't really need to stress out my machine. I like it. I can't, I mean, I could afford a new machine if this one lit on fire, but man, would I feel bad about it. I did. I did it that. Okay, back to looking. Excellent work, good Badger. Excellent work. Good looking out for a friend. Yeah, Sons of Horus. Gotta do. Gotta do it. I think you'll enjoy it too. I think you I think you went a very roundabout route to say thanks, Badger. All I needed was a little boost. Badger hooked you up. Thanks, Obama. Oh, those memes. It was a good time to be a memist. Badger was looking out for you. You lost. You were weak or weakening. You needed conviction, and Badger was there, prop you up, remind you that you love painting models. Good looking out. Exactly the person you need. I mean, the thing is, when you call someone an ask or text and ask if you should buy something, it's already a done deal. It's already in the can. Yeah, exactly. Why do I ask hoarding questions to someone that has more cabinets than models? You went straight to the source. You're like, Sensei, what should I do? I can't tell if I'm painting over a plate or not. I think I am painting over a plate. That saddens me somewhat, but I'll cope. He won't resell it though. I don't think he will. Good practice fodder for the kids. Doing Sons of Horus sounds excellent. There are some absolutely kicking models in there. I mean, even just cannibalizing that for parts, fantastic bits. Plenty of beakies. And this is the day after I bought a car for the wife, so she can't complain about my purchases. Was that planned that way? You're like, well, if I'm smart about it, I can do this in such a dramatic order that I get my immunity card right on time. It's not a bad play, man. That's the thing about that text, could happen at any time. Always a threat. That's what you get for being close to a store, man. Relationally. Now they got you. Got you good. If my wife could, she would block this guy's number on my phone. That's fantastic. What a statement. Can I ask you what kind of car? Is it something dope and practical? If you don't want to talk about cars, that's fine. There's still a little flesh on the front of that gun. I knew I was forgetting a spot. Just a little bit of flesh around where that gun comes out. Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid Limited. I am totally unfamiliar with that, but it sounds dope. If I put all the syllables and what they mean together in my head, I can imagine it. But I'm going to look it up. Toyotas are awesome cars, man. Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid Limited. Oh yeah, that thing's ill as fuck, man. That thing's dope. I'll take one of those in like gunmetal. That thing's sweet. Oh, oh man, I'd kill for that. You slap all kinds of kids in that thing. That's a sweet ride. Should have told you ahead of time. I'm not a car guy. I've been getting myself the same car for the third time in a row. My parents did that. Three Nissan Rogues, and I bought their two old ones off of them. True story. Like, here we go. There's like Sectorix and his wife discussing how they're going to go skiing, and this is me reading the Death Guard Codex in the back seat. Like, hey guys, looks pretty comfy. They're like, all right, nerd, we're going to go skiing. I'm like, that's cool. Have fun. Yeah, good on you, man. I love buying stuff for people, and it's just fun, enabling. But it's hard. Like, you got to know someone pretty well to get the right thing. And so when you nail it, it's just like, now she can't be mad at me for 72 hours, and that's what counts. Yeah, I'm the same exact way, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I buy crap for myself, but like, it's largely a pleasantly hollow experience. Buying crap for my kids is like buying stuff for my wife is a little complex, but I'm getting better at it. I mean, she appreciates everything that I get her. Uh, she's not weird in that regard. I've been with that kind of weird person where like nothing you get them is like remotely cool. Definitely not that, but she's just not materialistic like I am. So oh, I need more water in this. Mix, mix, mix. Water, water, water. Thin, thin, thin. Stuff is galoppy. There we go. There we go. It's a much better, smoother mix. Yeah, I like experiences a lot too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I am materialistic, but I like the one sort of like sad thing that I'm tightening my belt on. Um, I mean, there's a few, but like, for a while, kicking the rewards down the channel, that sucks. I like mailing stuff out to people, I like painting stuff for people, but like, I don't think we're gonna find a way to afford going on a lake house vacation this summer. I just don't see it in the cards unless like somehow when this game goes on early access, it drastically outperforms things. It's just like, yeah, not this year, which sucks. My kids love it. Yeah, Warhammer slightly changed that. What's up, Electric Guy? How goes it? I'm soon going to decrepify and blow my nose off camera. I'll hit mute before I do it, but I'm getting a little drippy. My wife, by the way, before the car, for the record, audited my paint collection, not for cost, for volume. I'm doing pretty good, electric guy. That is way meaner. I said it before, I'll say it again. I like your wife. She's got good style. I'm pretty good. I'm a little sniffly. I picked up what my kids had, or maybe I probably shouldn't blame them. I had people over last weekend, and everybody had kids, and so there's a lot of passing stuff around. I think should have done it in butts, wine butts. How much is a butt? 126 U.S. gallons. Even if it was like zero point 0.6 butts, that would have been awesome. All right, I think. I gotta remind myself that all the bone stuff that I gotta do on here is gonna be a whole separate pass anyhow, so I don't have to worry about that too much. It's a single digit, but it's not one. I mean, pretty wild given how small the containers are for these things, my friend. Pretty wild. Painting goes good, buddy. I picked up the speaking of money I don't have, picked up the Poxrot Vector, the new Death Guard Battle Force box. And it's a pretty cool box. It's got a lot of neat stuff in it. Came up with sort of a, I don't know, dusty looking paint scheme. A lot of this stuff does have skin on it, so now we're going with skin and some amount of bone tonight. Hopefully, I get through enough of this where I'm like ready to put some of this in the field on Friday. Buddy, my good friend Will shows up with his Leagues of Votan. I am going to be proxying a little bit. Need to use some cultists as poxwalkers. Oh my god, they're so good, dude. This is literally like so good. I'm psyched because like Death Guard is like my true love, and I hadn't been messing around with them too much. I did paint the Typhus for my buddy Sectorix, um, but I've been working a lot on Chaos Space Marine stuff because I wanted to get that army together. And then like the Codex and the boxes came out, and I was like, all right, it's a good time to get like back in my happy place where the trim does not irk me, where there's tentacles for everyone. I'm in my lane. Feel aptly moisturized. you can I mean, I'll agree with you, but you know, it's always time for change. Maybe you could find someone who's looking to trade. I mean, there's got to be new Ultramarines players every day of the week. Or you just sort of start crawling your way out little by little. I mean, it's expensive, but bit by bit, then you have all kinds of wonderful basing bits with those Ultramarines. Can't stress enough how good they look in pieces. But yeah, these models are just like super, super fun to paint. Super fun. I also got to figure out what to do about. Oh, I feel you. There's, I, I joke about the Ultramarines all the time. I'm just not like into loyalist stuff. Oh, I missed a whole section of this guy. All right. Um, but man, like the glee that Death Guard gives me is just like one of a kind. I just don't think I'd be all that good at painting that much uniformity, I guess. Probably be the way to put it most simply. I am going to hit those things while I'm here. Clean this brush up. But like, I love all things Ham War. I was wondering why that brush kind of sucked. It wasn't the brush I thought it was. A little bit of light bronze from Pro Acryl. I had a slight paint mishap earlier. I think it was yesterday. I had the whole cap bit come off of my magnesium. I lost a lot of paint. Kind of stunk. Wasn't very happy about it. But these things happen. Thing I'm thinking, yeah, it's these little plates that hang here. I didn't get them on this model. I think the only way I could do Imperial Guard would just be like a trader army, and I think I am going to end up doing that someday, as like Gene Steeler called supplemental dudes for that one detachment. Just do a Baneblade and just poop all over it. I mean, aesthetically, but nevertheless, yeah, those things. The underside one too. Looks a little bit better. A little bit better every day. Gloppy down there. I could do that as skin. The thing is, though, with like, if you talk guard, though, like you've got a lot of, yes, they are wearing uniforms, but there's like, it's like a lot more cloth. Like as soon as you go Ultramarines, it's like, A, blue everywhere. But B, it's like, it's all like ceramite and plating. A few tiny little heads here and there. Like that, for me to get that consistent, that not my jam. I mean, even my Death Guard, like these guys all have a singular color scheme to them, but like my Death Guard at large, it looks like several different Death Guard war bands came together, which I actually like. Like that part's not an accident. It is a there's a lot of models, a lot. But I got my Poxwalker issues. Like this Friday when I play, I got to proxy in like 20 cultists as Poxwalkers because I don't have enough. I'm gonna get to the point where I eventually like do have enough Poxwalkers to play them ridiculous. But I don't mind painting Poxwalkers at all. Like that's just like a legit treat. But there are many. Don't worry about the fire yet. Oh yeah, some glop down here. Just get that started. Just brush a little bit. Yeah, and I don't mind. I don't mind proxying. Like, depends on the situation, but I do genuinely love when models are like painted nicely. They don't need to be like crazy, but I just find it really immersive and just like a great opportunity to like see someone else's work. Well, there's no painted up. But I got my buddy Will a heckaton. He's got to scramble to put it together at least for our game. But we're only playing 1,000 point game. Like if I needed to, I had no problem fielding 1,000 points with absolute ease, fully thoroughly painted. Those Poxwalkers, man, they did right by him in the Codex. Now I need to hoard them. They're cute, cute little guys. So hose at stretch. It's a hose, but it's fleshy, intestinal hose. Tentacle there. Got any other weird things wrapped? Oh yeah, these faces. That's right. Just get them a little bit fleshy to start. They'll probably get some other stuff on them, but some rotting flesh tone for the win. Techmarine's a dope model too. Like there is the like, hey, don't have to paint ultramarine blue, but like it's also just like a cool dude. All those like mechadendrite things coming off of them. I think they get them. I think they get like a motorcycle sized base too, because they're just like. Brah. I know the Warpsmith does. Is the Warpsmith out here? Gotta be here somewhere. I probably brought him outside. They get like a big honking bass. Bone, bone, bone. Nice split brush. Yeah, I mean if you're rolling vehicles, man, the super good to have. And if they're the same as the Warpsmith, you're looking at like pretty sweet bonus attacks. They can take care of business. They got a lot going on. Water on this thing. Brush is struggling, but it's okay. Too thin. gotta keep reminding myself this is just the first coat. Like, chill out. Go too crazy. Maybe I should use a handle too. Started painting and collecting a few weeks ago, and I'm having a blast so far. I love it, man. Like, it is. I mean, for me, it's only been a couple years. I'm not like I'm an old dude, but it's not. I wasn't playing Warhammer back in the day at all, and I just like dropped in and have loved it the whole way through. Oh, that's probably why this guy's a little unhappy. I can stand to clean this guy up a little bit. It's a great hobby. Like, I just find the painting component to be very therapeutic. I am by trade a game designer, so like massively arcane rule sets are always fun for me. It's a treat. But I like the fact that you go through and you put like all this effort into painting, and then you get to go play. It's like fantastic. If you only started a few weeks ago, you could make the shift to Death Guard. You will eventually hit like the point where you're like, I do need a second army. It'll happen. For me, it was orcs. Even before orcs, I put a combat patrol together of sisters because I was like, well, I should probably learn how to do like normal skin. Yeah, tank. I think everyone should at some point have a couple leaning towards Tau. Interesting. Everyone should have a few orcs like on the back burner just because they're fun to paint. Yeah, Necrons are awesome. They are easy to paint if you choose to go easy with, like most things are. Easy to paint if you choose to keep it simple. Um, but you have every option to go like berserk. I like the idea of orcs, but I already paint a lot of green. Yeah. Um, don't paint them green. Paint red orcs. They were originally red. Nah, I think like the interesting thing to me about orcs is just like their body size bits are like really out of scale in an interesting way. So they're like super fun to paint. But they have a lot of like, for lack of a better term, they have a lot of skin showing, um, which is kind of neat because you get a lot of practice painting flesh little by little. I'm like stripping little bits of green paint out of the base of this brush, being nice and patient with it. I'm actually going to soap it. Let's just clean this guy. Old towel. That's isopropyl. Let's grab the water. Yeah, Thousand Suns are brutal. Gorgeous models. Pretty neat army, if you ask me. Very shooty, obviously very psychery. But they're in a very like small crew of like excessively trimmed models. Chaos Space Marines definitely in that same pantheon of silliness. Prime gold, pencil in blue. Good call, Moth. Good call. Yeah, there are ways to absolutely like put the curve on the difficulty curve. Orc Combat Patrol. Man, I'm not even sure what's in an Orc Combat Patrol at this point. Is that the one that's got like 3 choppers in it? And a truck? No, they have no. Their one is all squiggly, right? Squiglish. But my point here is that orcs just like amazingly fun models to paint. Um, like even if you weren't going to play an army, getting something small like a kill team of them or even a combat patrol, they're just like they're a hoot, man. They're like an amazingly good palette cleanser when you've got other projects. I personally think they're fun as all hell to play. Because you just hold the trigger down and run in and don't care, like you are at the mercy of Nuffle if you're playing Blood Bowl. Like you just ride or die. But when it works, and it's hilarious. I think this brush is a little cleaner. Looks like it's gonna hold a shape a little better. Fragratus. It's funny as I got into Thousand Suns and Death Guard because they're aesthetic. Thankfully, I like to paint trim. Yeah, I mainly got into Death Guard for their aesthetic. Um, I also just like in general like to play high constitution, slow type things in whatever flavor of game I can get my hands on. Um, so they fit that bill too. 2 times 10 boys mobs, war boss and mega armor, 3 Def Coptas, 1 Def Dread. That's a pretty cool kit. I dig it. Oh snap, we're hit. Electric guy following. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much. I think the main thing is to me though, like I say it repeatedly, but it's just so true. One of the things that's the best part of this game is that like everybody likes different stuff. And when someone likes their army and likes painting it, even if they hate painting it, the effort they put into it always shows like it's just kind of cool that someone is showing up with to play a game um, that they went through this whole hobby process to get everything together. Like I love it because like I show up, my guys get shot to shit, but like you have this already pre-cooked, intimate relationship with your models because you put so much time with them. They're your boys. At the moment, I'm mainly playing Kill Team, a bit more manageable for me. I think Kill Teams are the best package for models. You know, you get generally around 10. My problem is I like it all. Yeah, I know. You know, you get 10 or so models. They're all cool sculpts. Like there's no chaff. Um, like I used to say, like, oh, if you're like considering an army, like, okay, get a combat patrol, that at least gets you a survey of different stuff. But even more so than that, Kill Team, very manageable. But you do get like if you think about the current Death Guard Kill Team, it's like all the heroes models, like it's fantastic. They're all great sculpts. Every Death Guard sculpt is pretty awesome, but like you are getting a very sort of like specific survey of really cool stuff. The Commandos one, fantastic. The Night Lords one, awesome. It's like a cool ka-chunk of stuff. But yeah, the liking everything is complicates things. You know what? I'm gonna make this guy a little fleshy. Just give him a light coat of ugly flesh. A little veiny. Also glad I got my deathcore kits for my kill team before the refresh. Understandable they're still fast. Yeah. The oh, so you have the old Krieg kit. I got two of those. Um so I went kind of nuts with the Octarius set, which is the one commandos are on the other side of it. Because I needed the terrain, and it was just I don't know, it just seemed like crazy good value. Even used through a seller. So I still got Krieg lying around, and I don't know, I'll probably make them tradery Krieg. Those guys are little, but they are sweet looking. I do think Kill Team is like the way to get started in retrospect. Handles, buddy, handles. It's getting warm in here. I'll be so happy when Combat Patrol Magazine sends me my Votan. That'll be a good happy day. Or set of days. How many chunks does the Votan come in? Like, it's not one big drop, correct? I don't actually remember how all that stuff is broken up. Send four of them one. Yeah. One time a month. Sweet. So I think what me and my buddy Will are going to do is actually just do a crusade once the new book comes out. Probably have to wait for his codex, just because like the bonus crusade rules are kind of sweet when you have them. But I do want to try out a crusade. I like the idea of just like a long running jam. Some stuff to track in between individual exchanges. It's the only figures I own are a couple old squat bikers. The Votan models are pretty freaking amazing, and like they're not my jam, but like they're pretty awesome. And as much as like the bike's kind of a pain, they are fantastic models. The run of the mill, what are they, Hearthkin? Those guys are great. These are like super cool models. And their recency means their sculpts are like solid. I'm not gonna lie, I suck at painting living healthy skin. I like the rotting aspect of Death Guard and help build those skills. That's a huge part of the reason I do it. I really do struggle with healthy normal skin to the point where I was saying this earlier. I picked up a sister's combat patrol as was my first diversion away from Death Guard because I was like, all right, I gotta at least like do some tiny faces and see how that goes. Um, just to learn. But I I still struggle with normal good complexion. And I do like the fact that like everything Death Guard is body horror. Like my base skin tone is necrotic flesh. Like, and it's one of the things I like about orcs as well, is that like you're working with something that is not a human relative thing. So you got more latitude to sort of just like stretch and grow into it and just like learn some of the technique. I love painting orc skin. Fantastic. Death Guard skin, delicious. If I can helmet some of the guard models, I do. Yep. Painting wise, I like Tempestus and Krieg. Yeah, it's and I like that it's like it's got its own aesthetic entirely. But I will say this, like even amongst my Death Guard, I tend to helmet them up. The helmets look neat. I told my daughter, "You kids, you don't know what you want from yourselves." She goes, "Dad, you have a vinyl of Led Zeppelin, you have Lady Gaga on your Spotify. You're the worst." Just grounded. Did she buy her own Rodigus while you were there? Her own great unclean one? But she's still saving her pennies. Which reminds me, thanks, Otto. I know to get Rodigus. How much are your 72 hours yet? Dude, if you pick the model up, I like don't worry about channel points. I will happily paint that model for your kid. Yeah, that's that would be a joy. I'd be honored to do so. Oh, it's so good. That dude slaps too, man. That dude is mad ruddy. Days without sure agony. It's all right, buddy. Pull through one day at a time. Besides, a little agony builds character. How you been, bud? Tentacle. That's a hose. Oh, the deciphering time. Yeah, I'm gonna green up this. Yeah, these guys' heads. These grenades. They're a bit fleshy. Eroticus is like super fun to paint. He's just like covered in stuff. Mortarion, not too shabby. I ended up having to paint him much sooner than I was ready for because my wife picked him up for me as a present. Um, Very cool model. I wouldn't be all that. I was intimidated by it before I got to it. I wasn't going to do Mortarion at all. I had a Knight Tyrant that I was subbing in as like my big dude, and then I painted him. Yeah, I love your grump rants. What it's all about. I love when I get roasted by my kids. It's like so good. But Mortaire's not actually all that bad. He's really not. Like, there's a lot of stuff to paint, but it's all at a scale that like is a little easier to deal with. And he's got a lot of component parts. Don't get me wrong, the wings are intimidating, but at the size that he's at, if you've painted any Death Guard stuff, you have in your head some sort of like scheme for just about everything he's got on. I mean, he's got, if you've done 7 Plague Marines, he's got chains like this that hang off him. He's got those sensors. He's got spiky bits that are bone like. He's got a little bit of this crap. Like, he's basically got cloth on him. Funny thing is, I enjoy having tchotchkes on guard, so at least it's larger. I found him to be way more manageable than I thought I would, and it's primarily just because like at that scale, you know you're going to be sitting on that model for a while you work through stuff. So there's no reason to rush. Just isn't. Um, his assembly's not too bad, except that his wings barely are attached to anything. There's like a couple like 2 or 3 centimeter bits of him that they attach onto his back. I had to fix him the other week because he broke on me, but he got all kinds of crap hanging off of him. He's got chains floating around with little nurglings flying. It's so good. I thought it was really good to teach blending because you have so much real estate to work with. Excuse me. That like blending his cloak, blending his wings. I just tried stuff and like some of it worked, some of it didn't. Some of the stuff that didn't work, I just redid it. But I think I only spent like 15 hours on them. They are super pretty. You do have to keep in mind though that like they're big, like big wings, and they have all these veins going through them. So they're very conducive to stuff like washes, contrast paints look good on them, dry brushing looks great on them. Pull this guy down. See if I can do this without breaking him again. So like this guy's wings, like I like how they look. They're pretty good. Um, all the sparkly stuff there is I just got some shiny paint and worked with it. All the boils on there are just like some yellow underneath and some Nurgle's rot. And then a lot of this is just like dry brushing and blending stuff till it's kind of okay with like some, just painting wash on the veins and whatever, and it just kind of works. I do have to clean this guy up a little bit. I got some paint chippage and stuff, but like all in all, like is he the best Mortarion you've ever seen? No. Is he awesome to put on the table? Yes. Like blending from blue to purple, it's just like yeah, you just take your time with it and just oh man, I love macro chairs. Big boys, big boys. Thanks, Froggertus. Yeah, I like muted, boring color schemes whenever I could do them. Everybody just keep it chill. I wanted him to look more wraith-like than illness inducing. Well, inducing, but like not covered in puke. But the main thing is you got to realize like You're on a journey. If I painted more Terran again, am I more skilled now? Absolutely. But he's an amazingly good time capsule of like where I was at a specific time, and I don't feel the need to like go back and do another one because I could do it better. I like how it looks. I mean, these guys are pretty light. I think the darkest I went on. I mean, they got a wash that darkened them up a little bit, but like I've been going with all the muted bone litany of bone colors. Um, more gas bone, like a plague burst crawler, pretty light. I dig it. Not all my Death Guard are like that. Like I've got ones that are, Death Forest green. Strangely enough, I don't use all that much Death Guard green. Paint all you want, son. My autotype is the leader of all your new guys. He's pretty good. I miss him. That guy was fun to paint, man. That guy was fun to paint. No, those are my locally sourced artisanal maggots. Um, there's a guy on Etsy. I think his name's Mr. Rotten. He lives maybe like 20 minutes down the road. I still have a thanks, Rogertus. I appreciate the follow. They're made right down the road. Um, he just found a good recipe for printing out maggots, and that's his thing. But yeah, all the maggots that I had to stuff are just from one little like dime baggie. A few maggots go a long, long way. Oh, there's another little piece. That's not the brush I want. That's the brush I want. His supports are more expensive than the model. Yeah, I had a little back and forth with the guy at one point. He's like, "Yeah, I just figured out a good way to print these guys out. That's my jam." Find a niche. And they're good. And they show up. They're all, it's just a. I mean, I'm just gonna get the bag because the picture's worth 1,000 words. If I can find it. It's not still out. I don't think. Let me just go grab it. This piece. Mr. Clay Rotten. They're all separate. They don't have any weird. I think what he does is he prints them out standing up. They don't have any supports, but like there's every once in a while you find a little bit of like a straight edge on one of them. That's your boy, Mr. Clay Rotten. They're kind of neat because they break up bases really nice. When they start getting repetitive, it's like, you know, how many shrubs you could possibly do. Eventually, you're just like, all right, well, put a couple maggots on this guy. Good. I don't think this guy has any tentacles. Don't think he does. I think I'm safe with this dude. However, there's like an entire spot on here that I didn't get his cloak. Catch up on that. The difference a few days away makes this whole section of cloak there that I did not paint. What a bum. Grab a bigger brush. Some water on this thing. Thin it out quite a bit. These bones, Morghast bone. Yeah, Morghast bone's pretty good. Some of the purples, yeah, purple works with them a lot. Yeah, that's what I went with. These guys are Morghast bone and Caliban green. Yeah, I just never looked at this model from like exactly this angle while I was painting them. It's funny how you can go back and be like, oh, you missed a spot. Yeah, I missed a couple. And they're all from the same angle. Whole little shtick under here. Piece of that. So while he does not have tentacles, he did warrant a second look. Shoulders good now. Oh, I gotta sneak in here a little bit. This guy's really rad. Lord of Poxes. Fun model. Lots of cool bits. Get inside here a little bit. A wiggle in there. Clean up on aisle 3. I'm gonna check that way too. It looks pretty good from there. I am gonna sneak in here and just hit him with a little bit more Caliban under the hood. Just so that I think I'm going to look at him from that angle, but I don't think that it matters. It's just going to be insurance painting, and it'll darken it up a little bit in the shadows, which is good. This guy is going to require a crap ton of cleanup, but at least I don't have to worry about tentacles. Oof. Rougher than it needed to be. This guy. This guy might not have much in the way of tentacles either. He's mostly bugging. Yep, it's all bug claw stuff. All kinds of spiky bits. Oh, it does. His arm. Haha, right there does have one. Thanks, Radley. Did you ever get to whatever level 16 that frog thing that you were doing nonstop the other night? I was with you for a bit, watching the frogs rain from the sky. Yeah, this is Caliban green. It's like it's good, rich stuff. Got Toad maxed out. So like pretty drab, and then congrats. And then nice strong green on the faceplate. I found it tremendously peaceful hearing songs from my youth playing in the background while I painted stuff. Yeah, that plow's dope. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that plow. Oh, this is probably all dried up. It is. I found out there's more plates on this guy that I gotta hit. Ye old, super old Final Fantasy music and the sounds of people attacking each other. I still have some gaps on that guy, sadly enough. I was, but he looks good. He went together good enough. Good enough for rock and roll. I really shouldn't be using metallics with this brush. Oh well, we're already in it. He's still a little gappy on the sides, and I could have used more putty on him. But once again, he's a time capsule. It is a great model to build, but it has a couple parts of it, that being the treads and getting the side panels on it, that just are a struggle. Just hard enough to get right. He's less gappy than the first one I did. He looks fine. But whenever I get around to doing a third one, some year, there'll be a reckoning. Be like, I'll show you, Plague Burst Crawler. I might need more necrotic flesh. I do need more necrotic flesh. Give this one more shake. Tedious as it is, can maybe actually start doing things next Monday, though. Only one side character I'll have to bother with now that Joseph is pretty well set up. I mean, if I remember correct, that entire leveling system was like by doing. Like, do the thing, level up in the thing, do the thing, level up, like all the way across the board. Basically, Oblivion. Yeah. Absolutely a double edged sword to it. Like, if you want to get something really, really good, you basically got to go out and do the training montage thing, but it is pretty satisfying when you get something off the charts. Off the charts good, and then you're just like, yep, I was training. I wonder if I want to hit the spots between some of these. Maybe just a dab. Just a dab in there. Some of the places where these plates connect have a little bit of flesh or sinew between them. Couldn't hurt. That's a little too tiny for me to worry about. Those things don't have to worry about. Those come later. Claws. Yeah, you're done, buddy. It's all teeths, horns. Oh, Got a couple of tentacles sneaking out. Tentacular. I have very fond memories of being up till gosh knows when in the middle of the night or morning with different Final Fantasy games when I was a little kid. They're just like so conducive to like long play sessions, super long play sessions. All right, buddy, you're clear. Just check your ankles real quick. Oh, he's got a couple little boobos down here. We'll just get him started with a little bit of necrotic flesh color. If I hit him with something else on top of it, it looks like, yeah, I can hit this big old bloat. You just shift the color a little bit. Stash you back there, buddy. Keep some mark of order to these guys. I have heard and seen much about Trench Crusade, and there's a lot to like about it. Though I have not partaken in the Trench Crusade myself yet. This guy does have a pile of maggots. Good job, buddy. You are in someone's good graces. I need to read up on the rules for Trench Crusade. Like, I could imagine I'd totally be down to play it. I gotta be super careful that I don't spread myself too thin. Danger. Yeah, spine can be fleshy. Can't even tell if it's actually a spine or some parasitic thing grown into his back. Who am I to judge? Avid enjoyer of 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 is all right. You have to properly get into it. You're mega old school. Sound like a 48-year-old man. You have good taste. Says a 48-year-old man. All right, this guy's going to be crazy amount of maggot patrol. All right, I can live with that. I played the ever living daylights out of 1. That was just like I could still like close my eyes and see it. It was just such a revolution in terms of like open world ish. Open world with some pretty thorough gating in it, but still pretty open. Slimes, man. Street sliming. Yeah, I can go pretty thin on this. It's just a weird spot where like armor becomes demon flesh. I don't have to go crazy with it. Just tilting the color a little. It's a good thing. Ormek gives Radley anger vibes. The whole family. Bum rushing the stream. It's good to see you folks. Oof. We're losing the tip of our brush. We'll survive. One has an amazing amount of replayability. Definitely agreed. One is one of those games where like you ain't got much money, but you got one game. Play the daylights out of it. Oh, is there a bonus dungeon on the PSP? I I've never played any of the PSP versions. But it's definitely cool that they like add bonus stuff to them. Give some like additional value, reason to play them. I was definitely just sitting there with my Nintendo Entertainment System. With my dusty Robbie the Robot sitting next to it from the Gyromite days. That game was pretty wild. Gyromite? To like ask a robot to do physical tasks in order for you to open gates. Kind of nutty. To be fair, Trench Crusade is up my alley because I tend to prefer skirmish games. Yeah, the rules are pretty interesting. I haven't looked enough. I gotta look them up. Everything Trench Warfare is like aesthetically and general like how it probably plays without even looking at the rules, like up my alley. Dawn of Souls adds in the elemental shrines. PSP has the shrines alongside a new time chamber dungeon. Sweet. Faction is a rifle where the worst chance of shot hitting makes it more accurate because it's made to defy the laws of creation. So good. I love stuff like that. It's like full on bend reality is what it's made for. The miracle shot. You know what? I'm going to do the same thing I did with that face with this business back here. Time Chamber was some killer novelty on it, but gameplay wise, it kind of sucks. those things can sometimes go hand in hand. Let's just fix this guy up a little better over here. Now onto this face. I haven't beat it once without abusing save states. I mean, that's part of the game. It just is. It's the cost of doing business. Tiny, tiny, tiny brush strokes. I mean, some games went so far as to just like mess with it on a meta level. even like if you think about like Metal Gear Solid, that one boss fight where you had to like unplug the controller from slot one, put it into slot two so that the game couldn't read your mind anymore. Stuff like that was just like mad genius. Like really just absolutely thinking about the medium itself, how to tell a story by asking you to do absolutely ridiculous crap and like taking advantage of the hardware, like knowing that you were plugged. Yeah, Psychomantis. It's like it's just really like a brilliant use of the console. Little dabs in there, a couple little dabs in there. Now at least he's got some greeniness to him. A little fleshy. Oh, my nose is falling apart. Falling apart. I don't have too many more models to get fleshed up yet, though. And then with these tentacles, even though they're like necrotic green on the underneath of them, the underside, uh, undercoat really can still do stuff like add pinks to them and purples and maybe even some blues. Make them interesting. Just don't hit that cloth. That's the main thing. The most annoying part about the time chamber is having to run through the entire thing 8 separate times, purposely failing a certain number of floors to gain access to certain levels of the time chamber's final boss. That sucks. That is like intentionally milking your effort. That's brutal. Oh man, I wish I could get away with stuff like that nowadays. I probably could. Probably could. Depends. Do wonder. And other people today could really stomach that, and it's probably for the best because like it's such an abusive relationship with the game. All right, let's get this guy's face popping. Posture going. Resist the shakes from the caffeine. I already did metal up his goggles. I gotta avoid those a little bit. This guy's so hyped to be a death guard. It's like all he ever wanted. Yeah. How excited that dude is. The guy's ready. Mortarian, tell me what I need to do. Hey, Shiny Mew, how are you? Let's get a tip on this thing and then try to sneak in here. Earth. That is nice and fugly. Should be. I will check this guy for other bits. But oh, he's got plenty of flesh coming falling out of his boot. Run on fumes. I feel that. I could sympathize there. I have not. Well, I haven't really needed to sleep all that well the last few nights. I certainly haven't. So much schnozzle. This guy's got mad clubfoot. I am thankfully. I don't struggle with insomnia, but my old age, I've come to appreciate the nap. Sometimes it does bite you in the ass because, like, when you don't get one, kind of a mess. But I'm mainly just fighting a cold. And that's just like taking the energy. Body's doing stuff when you fight a cold. But yeah, do you have insomnia? Like, is that part of your? Is that on your character sheet? I take melatonin every night. I'm gonna set you up for looking here, Otto. And try to finish watching Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That's Henry Cavill, right? I should check that out. I get some sleep so I can stay on stream schedule for tomorrow. Awesome. It's you staying on stream schedule. Stay disciplined. Thanks for hanging. And maybe I'll catch you tomorrow night. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. This guy's foot is so messed up. This guy's straight clubbing. To be fair, my insomnia is caused by my ADHD not letting me sleep. Yeah, it's things can roll nicely together. Nicely in quotes. I take melatonin every night, and at least gets my head in a place where like doesn't it's not a sleep drug, but it does get your brain in a spot where like that feeling where like, oh, I could go to bed right now, gets me that far, and that's as much as I need. Obviously, y'all see me just like chugging caffeine for the most part. It doesn't really affect me all that much. So generally, by the time I'm drinking coffee, I'm so on fumes that like just keeping me coherent enough to paint. This guy's got all kinds of fleshy bits just leaking through. This guy's a hot mess. Insomnia's a fun time. When I look at a bed, my body just is not happening. Yeah, I can imagine. Sleep when you are tired, drink when you are thirsty, eat when you are hungry. Wise words, and very true. Like catch as catch can. My ADHD wouldn't kick in the second I get relaxed. I have absolutely, and I'm very thankful for this. Like I have no problem having the switch turn. And there's plenty of times when I'm streaming where I'm like, yep, I'm done. It's because I can literally feel myself like, all right, you could go to sleep right now. It's like, I can. Man, that's tasty. You reminded me to get melatonin tomorrow because it was recommended. Yeah, it's good. You don't need a ton of it, and it's definitely not like it's not a drug. I don't remember what it is. It's a hormone or something. It's not a hormone. It's not an enzyme. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's just a supplement. But you don't need more than like a single milligram of it. And people sell like 10 milligram pills. That's not gonna like make you unable to drive, but like You will be tired the next day if you take too much of it, which I don't like. Oh, that's super dark blue. Hey, it's campaign. Hey, what's going on? I want to get into Warhammer some more. I just recently got a starter kit. Sweet. That's fantastic. Warhammer is mad fun. It's like my therapy. That's how I stay sane is by painting models. Well, welcome. You are in good company. A bunch right and proper nerds here. I'm going to presume starter kit is Ultramarines, which I think is a really good place to start. Teaches a lot. Like I don't like them myself, but like if you can paint Ultramarines, you're well on your way. Oh, what's up? It's a little grot. I did because I couldn't tell from my records if I was in the right spot on dice with you or not, and I was like, you know what? I got dice. I'm going to the post office. I'm shipping them out. Yeah, per grot. Like it does have side effects. Like it can groggy the daylights out of you the next day. Um, like one milligram is like more than enough. I'd sleep if my ADHD didn't kick in at the worst possible time. I don't know what it's like to have to like deal with that, but it's got to be rough. Like it's like the it's like an extra person at the wheel. Ah, the more you take, the more your body will forever need. Interesting. That I didn't know about. Kid had a few the Marines and oh okay yeah that's right that kit where it's like I think it's like 3 and 5 or 3 and 3. It's Tyranids and yeah Tyranids and Space Marines. That's awesome. It's like it's a good kit because you get like Space Marines, all the armor and all that stuff, and then you get these very organic Tyranids. Grot's the proud owner of 4 sets of 0 to 40K dice now. You may now roll full dice with ease on any large orc unit, all the way up to like Stompa weapons. I play my orc docket detachment. Yes. We'll enjoy them. Now, I was looking through my records and it was like, all right, couldn't tell where I was at with you on those. And I was like, dude's been around since like the dawn of time. Give him mad support. Send him out. So I did. All right. Have I gotten to all this guy's flesh? That is the question. The Infernus Marines, I strangely enough, the only Ultramarines I painted are Infernus Marines, and they are fun. Something dope about flamethrowers, man. That's plenty to get started with, though. Plenty. I painted the even smaller starter kit, just 3 Infernus Marines and 5 paints and a starter brush. I thought it was pretty cool. was pretty cool. No bones about it. Tentacle, yes. Any others sneaking around? Don't think so. There. I could sneak a little more paint under here if I'm careful. There we go. You're lucky I got the model for the original redemption cost. Got dice where they were available and can redeem 10 postcards for Christmas. You got in at the right time, man. Cashing in the postcards in bulk is not the worst play. Shiny Mew did. Cash 2 of them in. Run them back to back. Gotta redeem, say nice things about Sectrix. Someday. Someday. The ship will come in. Maybe an all Emperor rant night. Don't do it when my head is stuffed up like this. Wait till I'm good and healthy. Just like keep pushing the button. Like right when I sort of like go, start wavering a little bit, just push the button again, be like, and again. But on a night like tonight, it'd be just a waste. Fun to think about though. Them points. This guy is absolutely tentacular. I am known to be one of the meanest streamers out there. My lack of self-control just like gets to me from time to time. And the big hollow hole in my chest where my heart used to be just can only be filled by acts of meanness. Hey, campaign. Thank you. 0 to 212. Sector's Bitcoin redeem. Do I get to redeem your Bitcoins? God, this guy is very tentacular and spectacular. Man, what little virtual currency I have. Just like no point in looking at it. I get waivers and every once in a while, oh, there's some cloth that I miss on this guy too. Sugar. Every once in a while, I get the email like, oh, your thing changed by 4%. By the time I open this thing back up, it's like back where it was. Would have been nice to be on the Bitcoin train, but too late for that. This guy's combi weapon is also quite organic. Easier to follow a streamer with a heart dark enough for 40k. I came to the right place. My heart's a mess. It's really not. But I appreciate the follow. Being mean takes far too much energy. It's just like a waste. 40K is lighthearted satire. 100%. It's like Beverly Hills Cop. 80s lighthearted action movie. God, this guy is so cool. It's just got like piles of maggots shuffling out of his ankle. This guy, spike coming out of his keister. Guy is changed. Let's get this thing. Whatever this mega tube sticking out of his quad is. See from the outside? I can. I got a good angle on it too. Loosen this paint up a little bit. All right. We may be going green again in a second. Gotten all this guy's tentacle tubes and stuff. Nurgling coming right out of his guts. Excuse me. It's like, look at that guy. What a cool sculpt. What a cool sculpt. That's all maggots. That's all maggots. This guy's just maggoty AF. Let's clean this up a bit. Yeah, this brush is suffering. All my brushes are hurting right now. My isopropyl's a little off. I think so. I think this just, it's a very plasticky paint. I think it's just sliding up the brush. Well, let's keep cooking. The Master Twitch. It's an intriguing name. It's good to see you. And hello. Yeah, so that piece of fabric I missed. So now we gonna get it. And of course, it's hiding maggots too. God, this guy's just chock full of them. What a boss. An absolute boss. Get in there. To be honest, I got this nickname in real life. No thought about the streaming platform. Whatever works, man. Things that have interesting double meaning after the fact, always pretty cool. Oh, that's more cloth. All right. All right. All the way up to there. Then we gotta floss this thing a little bit. I thought you were an OTP Twitch main from League of Legends. I got the name Twitch because I Twitch a lot. Added masters just because I thought it'd be funny to be dramatic. I love your sense of humor. I think you nailed it. Embrace it. Have a good time with it. I did try League of Legends one time and tried Twitch, but that game confuses me. I struggle with that game. I had a lot of friends that would like let me join up with them because they were nice people, but man, that game is not built for me. I lack the patience. I was like, let's fight now. How about right now? Like, man, you just showed up. Chill out, farm a bit. No. Let's fight now. I think I got all this guy's BS. Oof. I have not played RuneScape in eons. But I'm very happy that it's still kicking. That old school RuneScape is a thing. I didn't play it much back in the day at all, but I did give it a shot. Playing some RuneScape right now, sweet. Oh, this guy might not have. Oh, he's got a rotting head. He's got a rotting head. He needs a little bit of necrotic flesh. Damp. I remember I used to watch my stepdad play World of Warcraft. Little whippersnapper. And that game just took over. Actually, I could probably paint this whole head and then come back for the metallics after. Yeah, that's the smart thing to do. Coat them. Detail them later. That's a tongue. I don't have to worry about that. But that face could get a little bit of necrotic flesh. So I never really knew what he was doing, but I thought it was cool. He let me help him grow things on some farm or something. Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true. It's growing up with video games is pretty interesting to me as I make video games. And for me, like my era, it was very much like the kids played video games. Not that adults didn't, but like it was routinely a child's gift. It was like get them the Nintendo kind of thing, you know, if you could. And it was awesome if you had one. And then for a subsequent generation, it was like my parents were playing video games, and that's how I got started. I think that's just like cool as hell. Certainly true for my kids. I talk all kinds of video game trash in this house too. You talking about Tacticus? I play Tacticus. I rather enjoy it as a diversion. People in my guild make fun of me because I'm all Death Guard. There's like a huge pile of events that benefit from having good Death Guard. One of those Clash Clan style games. That, oh, the Horus Heresy one. Yeah, I never touched that one. Tacticus is not bad. Got curious during the Discord server to learn about it. I remember, yeah, it was Trader Legion. Sweet. That was a good sign. I remember a lot about the game. I was taking off the story. I also played some of those Warhammer card games on my phone too. Yeah, there's a few of those. I haven't played them on the phone, but I've played them on Steam. I actually like the Horus Heresy one quite a bit. It's reasonably good. Like it has. I don't play it against other people. I'm like a very crappy competitive card game player. Because like I don't get tilted. I show up tilted. Um, I don't really worry about odds much. Uh, but at least the one that I'm playing on PC, it has a decent. What's up with this guy's foot? I think it's a thing chained to it. Yeah, it's just a beat up head. All right, we'll put some flesh on it. It has some decent campaigns in it, which if you're into the lore, or even if you're not, they just like put twists on the gameplay that's keeps it fresh. Anything on there? Anything there? I feel pretty good about this guy. Yeah, Magic the Gathering is like very much the blueprint granddaddy in a lot of ways. It's the first card game that really genuinely took off in such a way where it was like, oh, this could be a business for a lot of people. Um, I believe there is a Warhammer Magic the Gathering set. Oh, Sizzle Chest, the Silent King. Of course, Greyfax is in there. Marnie's Calgar. I always want to play Tower Death Garden games. Absolutely. Tyranids, Necrons, Imperium, Chaos. In order. Chaos is that bad? It's a bunch of little token boys. There are four um, boxes, commander decks from 2022. Universes Beyond. Look at that, $175 unopened. Woof, woof. Dawn of War does let you paint your armies, which I think is fantastic. And they have a remaster. Oh yeah, campaign. All these things, man. There's if you like Warhammer stuff, there are so many places to go and things to do that are Warhammer. Same here, buddy. I've been at it for about 2 years. Yeah, not a set before Commander decks. All right, folks. I'm gonna peace out. We're not raiding because I'm cross streaming, but my nose is getting out of control. And we did get through a couple vehicles, 7 Plague Marines, 5 Terminators, and 1 leader. In terms of, hey, thank you, Ineffable. I appreciate it. My nose is running away from me. Next time we'll paint all the bones on these guys and put some washes on flesh and just a bunch of spikes and stuff. Radley, you're the best. Warhammer is slowly infecting other nerddoms, just as planned by Nurgle. Oh, good to see you, Rekos. So, folks, we will catch you next time. Oh, someone must have dropped a. Yeah, Sharp did. Now I get it. I'm like, why are these things in queued order? Thanks, Sharp. You're the best, buddy. Have a good night, folks. We'll let these trickle on out through. Oh, man, there's a hype train. Glad to find your channel. Plan to come more streams. Hope to learn some tips. Absolutely. Y'all are the best. Have a good night. Don't get sick.